Gaffer, obviously we've got action this weekend, but it's been a busy week off the park for us with losing Jaheim and Josh. How big a blow is that going to be for us?
Yeah, well, it would have been good to have kept them both. You know, they were on season-long loans, but obviously the parent clubs had it in the deals, loan deals, that they could call them back in that window of opportunity. So they did that, beyond our control. Both players, did well for us. Jaheim played a lot of games, very good going forwards, and hopefully he's taken something from the loan and he can go back there and make a really good impression. And the same with Josh, in terms of we want him to go and do well as well. A little bit unfortunate with the recent injury, but the game at Rochdale stands out for me, where he really did sparkle.
And although the frustration that these lads get in the club, it probably makes this club even more attractive a prospect for players looking to come in and further careers, because there is a success story there in the past, alongside the ones like Jack Diamond and such like.
Yeah, I mean that's a good thing. There's a growing confidence in the game that players who are on loan at Harrogate Town do get exposed to the first team and use it as a platform to then propel their careers forward, and they go back more equipped to do well at their parent clubs.
And we bring in Anton Ferdinand, obviously a player that signed yesterday, but a player that's got League One experience, played in cup finals, played in Europe, played at the highest level.
Yeah, excellent player, and we really are pleased to have recruited Anton. We've wanted him over a period of time, and what we've got to try and do in each step of our progression as a club is to bring in good players of good pedigree, and he's certainly one. So it's raised the bar.
And certainly brings even more competition for places for the lads that are already here as well.
Well, that's what we need, and that's what we need to hopefully drag us clear of the bottom third. A real competitive setup in training and drive up the levels of performance.
And looking ahead, Stevenage this week will be a tough test. They're on the back of a good result in the FA Cup, but what do you believe we can do to catch them cold, maybe, if they are a wee bit overconfident or anything like that?
Well, we have to prepare a team that's good going forward, but is resilient defensively and show more resilience than we did last week, which is a shame, because we've been on a decent run. 3 wins, a draw and a defeat. It was very narrow at Bradford preceding the game last week. We didn't anticipate being 2-0 down after 15 minutes, just 2 balls in the box. What Stevenage will do is load the box at every opportunity. So we've got to be strong physically, determined, resilient, but not take anything away from being in control of what we do with the ball. I thought the possession over recent weeks and the chance, more importantly, the chances created have been right up there with the better teams in the league. We've got to put it all together, and that's my job and my responsibility to do so. My fault for the result last week, but hopefully we can be looking back on Monday on a really good result, because it is a big challenge, as you say.
You spoke about your disappointment in the way we defended it. What sort of reaction have you seen for the lads since that result on Saturday? Because we obviously were disappointed at the standards we hold ourselves high to.
Yeah, frustration is the word, really, because we've never had, poring over all the facts and stats, we're on top in the game, in terms of chances created, shots on goal, with double the Colchester's, but most importantly, we didn't keep the back door shut, and it was fundamentals weren't nailed, and the first ball and covering round body positions that we do week in, week out in training weren't carried out when it mattered most, and we've got to pull our socks up, go again, but not lose belief in the style of play and what we're trying to do moving forwards.
And how's the squad looking going into the game Saturday? We likely have him back from injury?
Looking strong. People are edging their way back to looking more and more sharp in training, those that have returned in recent weeks. We're hoping that Danny Grant is fit. He had to be rested on Monday in training with slight hamstring tightness again, but hoping he's going to be all right. Other than that, we're looking strong and competitive in training, and really looking forward to the challenge.